Good evening. I would like to call to order the Bellefonte Borough Council meeting for January 5th, 2026. If we could stand for the pledge, followed by a moment of silence for any family, community members, or friends who are no longer with us to start 2026. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. McKean.
Here.
Mr. Kelly. Here. Ms. Tosti-Vasey. Ms. Wilson. Here. Ms. Meckley. Here. And Mayor Johnson.
Here.
Thank you.
Nomination and election of officers. Yes, sir.
Not there yet.
Yep, we're getting to that right after this next step. Thank you, sir. By agreement in early 2022, Borough Council agreed to rotate officers, reorganize annually. Ms. Dan will step down as council president. Mr. Johnson will move from vice president to president. Ms. Cleaton will move from pro temp to vice president. I need a motion and a second to approve the officers as noted.
I'll make that motion. Dan?
Okay, and I'll pass the gavel to Mr. Johnson.
We don't vote on that? We got to vote on that.
We have to vote. We just had a motion and a second, but we still need to vote for it.
We need a roll call vote for that, please.
Okay, Mr. Bernier. Mr. Brackville.
Yes.
Ms. Cleaton, yes. Ms. Dan.
Yes.
Mr. Eaton.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. McKean.
Yes.
Mr. Kelly.
Yes.
Ms. Tosti-Vasey.
Yes.
Ms. Wilson. Yes. Thank you.
Motion passes. Mr. Johnson?
Thank you, Mayor. I'll now take nominations
Now make a motion.
for the pro tem. Oh,
Yes. John Eaton, I'm making the motion to nominate Joanne Tosti-Vasey for Senate pro tem, or for pro tem, not Senate pro tem.
are there other nominations?
Yes, I would like to nominate Randy Brackville as pro tem.
Are there other nominations? Okay, we vote on these in the order of how they were nominated. So the first one is Joanne Tosti-Vasey. Would you do a roll call vote, please?
So we have a motion and a second on that, or just a
No, you just have a motion. You don't have any second.
There
on
is
this.
no second on this
There's no
nomination.
second.
Okay, this is Joanne for pro tem. Mr. Eaton.
Yes.
Mr. Brackville.
No.
Ms. Cleaton. No. Ms. Dan.
No.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Ms. McKean.
Yes.
Mr. Kelly.
Yes.
Ms. Wilson.
Yes.
And Ms. Tosti-Vasey.
Yes.
That is 6-3.
Yep. Good enough. I didn't want to do that. Okay.
Thank you.
So we'll move on to the next part of the meeting.
Anything?
Additions to the council meeting. Are there any additions to the council meetings? Yes, sir, Randy.
Civil Service had their meeting to reorganize our Civil Service Commission. And I believe we have to hand this so that the council can also vote on this.
For tonight?
I'll second his motion to add to the
Okay.
agenda.
Should we put that under new business?
We can do it now since we're here.
Hmm?
We do it now since we're here.
Okay. You want to make the motion again?
So we need to make the motions, vote to put it on the agenda, and then we can do the second step.
Okay, and that's been made, right? And Joanne seconded it.
Yes, I did.
Okay, do you want to do a roll call vote, please? Or is there any comments on that?
I couldn't hear it.
Okay, would you repeat it, please? The motion,
The motion is to approve the meeting purpose for reorganization of the meeting for Civil Service Commission. The names are Jim Viana as our chair, Donald Townsend as our vice chair, and myself as secretary. And we'll need a second to bring that up.
And I made the second.
yes.
I made the second.
Are there, so that's the motion, and then we'll do another motion to
To actually
whether approve
say
it or
yes or
not,
no.
and that's when we'll have the discussion. So let's vote on that one right now. Roll call, please.
Mr. Eaton? Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
Mr. Brackville?
Yes.
Ms. Cleaton? Yes. Ms. Dan?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. McKean?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
And Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, we'll need a motion.
Now, we can either do it now or put it under new business. It's your decision.
Let's just do it now, clean the plate. So we're looking for a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve this.
I'll second that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ross Wilson.
Thank you. This is time for discussion on this motion. Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
Mr. Brackville?
Yes.
Ms. Cleaton? Yes. Ms. Dan?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. McKean?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
And Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
Thank you.
Item 5, public comment. Borough Council intends to take public comment to the motion that is on the floor after it's been duly made and seconded. The order of the comments will be public comment and then council comment, including proposed amendments by the council members. If amendments are proposed, the original motion, the public will then have time to comment on those amendments before the final vote is taken. You must be a Bellefonte resident, a nonprofit representative, a business owner, or an official representative of another governmental agency. Speakers shall identify themselves by name and street and municipality if outside of the borough of Bellefonte, and your comments are limited to 3 minutes. So, next one is there any public comment? Seeing none, we're moving on. Item 6, communications. Center County Liquid Fuels Program. In your packet, you saw the letter from the commissioners. Publicly, the Liquid Fuels Program is unable to provide financial assistance to the Parkview Zion Road traffic signal project. We have some new council members. Do you have any questions on that project? Okay. Yes, Joanne.
Just a real quickie. I know that we were looking at several alternatives to help fund this stoplight. Where are the other possibilities in the mix?
Well, as far as grant applications go, this was our only application that we'd submitted, but we do have funding appropriated for the full cost of the signalized intersection in the 2026 budget, with portions of it coming from the bulk water fund and another portion of it coming from our capital reserve funding. So the project has already been awarded. Right now, material is being procured and the permit has been issued for the signalized intersection. The intention is to have that signal installed and fully functional by the end of this year. So there are options that we could try to pursue to maybe get some funding, but right now there are no applications that we have active.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next one is the invitation introduction to emergency medical services, the EMS in our community for newly elected officials is Tuesday, February 17th, 2026 at 7 p.m. This is not only for newly elected council members, but it's also for any council member who would like to choose to attend. Yes, ma'am.
Too. I find this presentation always very helpful, and it gives us a good idea of what our EMS does and how they are really underfunded. We've done a good job as the borough stepping up with our millage with that, but I do find it to be a very important part of our service, and it's a good meeting, so I hope to see you there.
May I comment?
Yes, ma'am.
The date that is, I RSVP'd for this, and the date that it is our next board meeting because of the holiday, I believe.
February 17th.
Yeah.
President's Day is the day before,
Yeah.
on the Monday.
So I've already received a reply that they're going to do something different.
I'm going to move the date.
Yeah, well, they're going to do something different if we ask to have something.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Thanks for letting us know that.
Sure.
Next one, letter of support to allow open containers during events in Bellefonte Borough. Hopefully you all took a look at that letter in your packet. It was from a Lock Haven organization supporting the Bellefonte Cruise folks, or Mr. McCole. At some point when we have committee assignments, I think we can hand that off to one of those committees to take a look at, and then bring a suggestion to council, and then we can discuss it after their
So
recommendation.
Doug, I want to ask a question for the public's edification. I think I know the answer, but I just want the public to understand what it is. Can you explain what the open container issue is? And as part of that, which I assume has to do with alcohol. And then what is the state law regarding open containers? And do we have a local ordinance on this? And I think because of what you just said, I think moving it to committee would be a good idea because of these types of questions.
Are you asking me that question?
Or,
I don't know all those answers. I know that we have to have a confined area for alcohol. We haven't approved it in the past, but it's something we can reconsider. David, do you have any? Or any other council member that may know more?
The chief may have a better handle on what the legislation currently requires in terms of open container in public places. This particular request was for the Bellefonte Cruise. It's our understanding that the organization that plans this event is hoping to allow for carrying of alcoholic beverages while they're kind of going through the cruise and looking at the cars. From staff's perspective, we really do need to get more detail from the event planners in terms of what they're looking for, where the areas are going to be that open containers would be permitted, what kind of security they'd have in place to ensure that people aren't bringing their own alcohol into the event, and that, of course, that everybody that is consuming alcoholic beverages is of proper age. So as far as the ordinances or laws that are in place right now, I defer to the chief if he has any comment.
I agree with Mr. Perbolka. I think this does need to be looked into a little more. We need to have a better plan. We have ordinances about carrying alcohol in public. We need to look at every avenue and just ensure that, number one, it's safe, and number two, there's no legal issues with it. So I think we do need to move it into the committees, as President Johnson said, and get a good review of everything.
In that case, I'll make a motion to move this topic to the committee that it most appropriately seems by the executive committee.
Second.
I'll second that,
Thank you,
Joanne.
Barb. Yes, Randy?
I have one question on this. If you do this, I don't see where the names or the businesses are that are going to come here. They're not as big as Lock Haven. They have big spaces needed. So I think we need to figure out, whenever you start this, give it a month. And once it's done, it's done. If they don't sign up and give you their information, they shouldn't be in it.
Again, we'll bring that to the committee's attention to consider. The last time they made this request, I don't know, Joanne, you were on council then, Randy, you were, I can't remember, Deb, if you were, I don't know if John was. They were going to have a confined area with a certified bartender, for lack of a better word. There's some initials designated to that where they're qualified to serve alcohol. And they weren't going to permit underage people within that area. So I don't know if that's the same thing they're planning. When I read the letter, it seemed to say there was an area that they were going to confine for alcohol consumption, but I'm not sure of that. So.
I agree with the rest of it. We need to have those details to see if it is going to be confined, which I think we would dearly want.
Yeah, if we approve it, yes.
I live in fear of walking around.
Right.
Which one would say on the surface, that I don't think I want to see.
Any other comments? Okay, we'll move on to the consent agenda.
Parliamentary question, do we need to vote to send it to committee, or can you just do that administratively?
I think we can just send it to a committee.
Okay.
And at the end, during our comment period, I'll explain, I'll ask for some input from council members.
Okay.
Consent agenda. Listed consent agenda are considered routine and will be acted upon by a single motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless a member of council requests specific items to be removed for separate action. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda in a second? Thank you, John.
Doug,
And
I
I'd
would
like to
move
remove
something.
the first
Do we wait till
item.
after the second motion?
And I'd like to remove the first item from the consent agenda.
Okay, there's one.
And I would like to remove the minutes, please.
Okay, so the second item, Joanne, was the first item?
The first item, yes.
Okay, so that we're not voting on right now. Barb, the minutes?
Yes, please.
And that was December 15th minutes?
Yes.
Okay. So we're only voting on right now. We're only voting on right now the Stover McLaughlin legal invoice for December of 2025. Any discussion on that? Oh, we don't discuss this. Or Deb, do you want to do a roll call on that, please?
Okay, Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
Mr. Brackville?
Yes.
Ms. Cleaton? Yes. Ms. Dan?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. McKean?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
And Ms. Tosti Vasey?
Thank you, yes.
3 times.
Okay, because Joanne
Okay.
said first. Go ahead, Joanne.
On the Barton and Loguadice Engineering Services on the suspension bridge, the top of the invoice says that we owe $2,475, and then just below it, it says that there's an additional $7,500 approximately that are outstanding payments still due. So 2 questions. Have we already paid these 3 earlier invoices? I remember in November, because you all laughed at how I pronounced Loguadice, that these had already been passed. So are we just doing the 2,475 or the entire 9,900?
I can answer that.
Great.
So it's only for the 2,000 and some odd dollars, I don't have it in front of me, is what you're approving. The other invoices have been sent to the grant for payment. That is on their end to pay those invoices.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. That answers my question, so I will go ahead.
So we're going to do Barb's, and then we'll do them together.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Alyssa. Barb?
I just have one comment at the end. We seem to have a lot of information in our minutes, and at the end of this one, for the council member, good of the order, Ms. Purnell was quoted with a couple of things, but she also brought up something that I think is really important, and that was that there was an election complaint filed in one of the precincts against a member of council. And she had asked if it is proper for us to, is there a code of conduct we should create? Is it already, is there something already there, ethics, something like that, to prevent this improper and unethical type of behavior? So I wanted to make sure that that was in the minutes. I thought that was important to do.
So are you asking to amend the minutes?
Yes, yes, just that one part.
Okay. Do we need to vote on that amendment?
Yes, I
Yeah,
think to
wait.
add to the minutes,
Okay.
a motion would be appropriate.
Okay,
Can we do both? We can do both those at the same time then.
sure. I think so. Right. Okay, so
Oh, okay.
we
The amendment
approve the
first.
amendment, and then...
I'll make the motion to amend the minutes.
Okay, is there a second to that motion? Second. Thank you. Any discussion? I guess we'll do a roll call vote.
Okay, this is to amend the minutes.
Yes.
Mr. Eaton,
Yes.
Mr. Brockville,
Yes.
Ms. Cleaton, yes. Ms. Dan,
Yes.
Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
Ms. McKean,
Yes.
Mr. Kelly, Ms. Wilson, Ms. Tosti-Vasey. Thank you.
And now we'll vote on the 2 items we just discussed on the consent agenda.
Mr. Eaton,
Yes.
Mr. Brockville,
Yes.
Ms. Cleaton, yes. Ms. Dan,
Yes.
Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
Ms. McKean,
Yes.
Mr. Kelly, Ms. Wilson, and Ms. Tosti-Vasey.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you, council. Moving on to reports. Mayor, do you have a report verbal tonight?
Yes, I just want to wish everybody on council and everybody in the community a Happy New Year, and remind everybody in the community, if you have issues, problems, or concerns, you can always reach out to me. And if you have some good things to share too, they would be welcomed as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Our junior council member, do you have, Ms. Meckley, do you have a report for us tonight? Thank you.
So this is more about stuff that ended last month because we just got back in school today. So this is like some festive things that the high school has done to like contribute to the community. So the high school hosted winter concerts throughout all of December for all of the elementary schools, middle school, and the high school for all of the band, choir, and orchestras. High school volunteers helped at the middle school and various elementary schools for their holiday activities, such as reindeer games. And the high school brass, choir, chorale, and orchestras also went to the elementary schools to perform at their reindeer games on the 23rd. So that's just some festive news from the high school.
Great, thank you very much. Are there any questions for Ms. Meckley from council?
Thank
Thanks,
you
Mayor.
so much.
Thank you. The OCA memo, memo for the report and updates from Gina. He's not here tonight, but we're fine. So we'll go on to current and old business. Bellefonte Borough Council meeting minutes for November 17th with the addition of public comment added under the Bellefonte Area School District demo permit application. These minutes were approved at the December 1st meeting, council meeting. This is for information only. Barb, I think you addressed that.
Yes.
So
Well, no, this is a different one.
this is the demo one.
Yes.
Oh, we wanted to make sure we had all the names of the
Yes,
folks.
all
Yeah.
the names
Yeah.
and comments in that one.
Yep, thank you. Thanks very much. So we move on to some action items here. The Bellefonte Borough Authority approved a recommendation to council to reappoint Greg Brown to the Bellefonte Authority. So I'm asking for a motion and a
I'll
second.
make that motion.
Thank you, Mr. Eaton. Second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Randy. Any comments on this? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
Mr. Brackville?
Yes.
Ms. Cleaton? Yes. Ms. Dan?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. McKean?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly? Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
And Ms. Tosti Vasey?
Yes.
Thank you.
Next item, Center County Library Board approved a recommendation to council to appoint Jennifer Cifelli to the Center County Library Board. I'm looking for a motion and a second to appoint Jennifer Cifelli to the Center County Library Board.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you,
I'll
Barbara.
second it.
Thanks, Joanne. Any discussion? Deb, roll call.
Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
Mr. Brackville?
Yes.
Ms. Cleaton? Yes. Ms. Dan?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. McKean?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
And Ms. Tosti Vasey?
Yes.
Thank you.
The Historic Architectural Review Board approved a recommendation to council to reappoint Phil Ruth to the HR ARB. I'm looking for a motion and a sec. Thank you very much.
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Yes, just one real quickie, and it's not related to the actual appointment, but on January 17th at 7 p.m., Phil will be doing a presentation at the Episcopal Fellowship Hall on the farmhouse behind the elementary school.
What's the date of that again?
January 17th.
7 p.m. And just to elaborate on that, that's the house that is on the school district.
And it's the Episcopal Church's Fellowship Hall on West Lamb Street.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're
Is
welcome.
that something maybe Ms. Meckley could let who came and spoke from the school know about that?
Yeah, it's open to the public.
Right, just so some of the people who were really pushing to keep that could go, and I think it'd be very informative for them
Yeah.
as well. Thank you.
So just so the public knows, we're talking about the stone house that we voted to not grant a demolition permit to the school district.
Right.
And this gentleman will be talking
Right.
on the value of that house.
Yes.
So it would be important for those who support the non-demolition to attend that
Right.
meeting.
Phil works at the state level on doing historic preservation, history backgrounds. And what he does is he looks at buildings that have kind of been forgotten and goes in and looks and says, this is what this building is, why it's here, and why it should be preserved, or in probably a few cases, why it's okay to demolish them.
Great. Thank you. So we're at the point to vote on Phil Ruth right now, as I recall. Any other comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
Mr. Brackville?
Yes.
Ms. Cleaton? Yes. Ms. Dan?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. McKean?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly? Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Tosti Vasey?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. The Planning Commission approved a recommendation to council to reappoint David Lomison to the Planning Commission. I'm looking for a motion and a second to reappoint David Lomison
So
to the...
moved.
Thank you, Randy.
I'll second Cleaton.
Thank you, Deb. Is there discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
Mr. Brackbill?
Yes.
Ms. Cleaton? Yes. Ms. Dan?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. McKean?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly? Yes. Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
And Ms. Tosti Vasey? Thank you.
Could I make a correction? I just looked at my calendar. It's January 14th, not the
Okay.
17th.
Good. So let's just make sure the public knows, instead of January 17th at 7 PM, it is January 14th at 7 PM. Thank you, Joanne.
Yep.
Next item, the zoning hearing board approved a recommendation to council to reappoint Lanny King to the zoning hearing board. I would like a motion and a second to reappoint Lanny King to the zoning hearing board.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, John.
So moved.
Thanks, Randy. Roll call, please.
Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
Mr. Brackbill?
Yes.
Ms. Cleaton? Yes. Ms. Dan?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. McKean?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly? Yes. Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
And Ms. Tosti Vasey?
Yes.
Thank you.
Next item, the vacancy on the vacancy board has received a volunteer application from Jean Gerber. I'm looking for a motion and a second to appoint Jean Gerber to the vacancy board.
I move that.
Thank you, Claudia. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Eaton, thank you, John. Is there a discussion?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
I think Jean's a wonderful person. Can you tell me what the vacancy board does?
Help me out with that.
Sure. Yes, so the vacancy board is required to be appointed by all municipalities in Pennsylvania, and it consists of the remaining members of council. So it only convenes in the event of a resignation or otherwise disqualification of a sitting council member. And in that event, in this case, the 8 remaining council members, plus Ms. Gerber, if she's appointed to the board, would convene to essentially decide who to appoint for the remaining of the term. But that's only the case if you're not able to get consensus among the remaining 8 of you on who to appoint. So if you agree on an appointment, and that appointment can be made from anybody within the borough, then you don't need to convene the vacancy board. If there's a tie, then it would go to vacancy board, and then I believe there's 15 days for that board to make a decision. Ms. Gerber, as the appointed member at large, if you will, would serve as the chairperson of that committee. And if that board is unable to reach consensus for whatever reason, then it goes to the Court of Common Pleas.
May I ask also, how many people are on the vacancy board?
9. It would be the remaining members of
The
council
council
plus
and-
the vacancy board
Okay.
chairperson appointed at large.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am?
That's real unusual for that to happen, that council can't agree upon a candidate that's interviewed.
I believe it's the one thing that the mayor cannot have a vote on. Is that correct?
Probably. I'm not 100% sure about that, but.
That's a good thing. So I guess we're ready for the roll call vote.
Okay, Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
Mr. Brackbill?
Yes.
Ms. Cleaton? Yes. Ms. Dan?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. McKean?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly? Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
And Ms. Tosti Vasey?
Yes.
Thank you.
On to new business, sewage enforcement officer. It's an annual appointment. Sewage enforcement officer proposal from Center Region Code. They were previously our sewer enforcement officer, I think last year. It's rarely used in the borough, but I'm looking for a motion and a second to approve Center Region Code as the sewage enforcement officer. Thank you, Randy.
Second, Cleaton?
Thanks, Deb. Is there discussion?
Yeah, I have a question. I thought we had an individual person as the SEO last year.
I don't think so. I think Stan Wallace resigned. I think we used Center Region Code last year. Does anybody recall that?
We did have Stan Wallace in the beginning of the year last year, and then he ended up retiring, so then we ended up having Center Region Code step in as our sewage
Did we ever
enforcement.
vote on that?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
I thought so.
okay.
I remember Stan retiring. Any other questions? Yes, John?
No. Reading through the description, it seems as though the duties of this person were primarily if one was installing a septic type system.
Correct. Well, I think there are a few in the borough that still have a septic system.
Right. So it
But
would
I can't point them out to you, maybe Matt Almond can, but I cannot.
Right.
So it's very unlikely that we would have a new septic drain field system put in the borough.
Right.
But we
Because,
still have to have that person contracted.
okay. But it would not apply to anything that we have with the authority sewer system.
No.
This would purely be if you're putting in a septic system.
Yes.
And they would also do inspections of existing on-lot systems. If there were a failure, they would evaluate that. And if there was an alternative or backup system that was proposed to be installed, because of, for whatever reason, if you were unable to connect to the sanitary sewer system, the SEO would be involved in that determination as well.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
Mr. Brackbill?
Yes.
Ms. Clayton? Yes. Ms. Dan?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. McKean?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly? Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
And Ms. Tosti Vasey?
Yes.
Thank you. Fee schedule approval. The borough's fee schedule was changed / updated. I'm looking for a motion and a second to approve the updated fee schedule as presented.
So moved.
I'll second it.
Thank you. Questions on the fee schedule? I don't have it in front of me, but
Yeah.
ask
Just
away.
for the public's sake, it's mostly dealing with water authority changes, which we didn't have at the last meeting.
Water and sewer. I say it's water and sewer.
Yes,
The rates change.
yes.
I'll pass that off to you,
Uh,
Borough President.
Yes, there will be. I don't know when we make that announcement, but it's still in negotiation. So, yes, please, roll call.
Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
Mr. Brackbill?
Yes.
Ms. Clayton? Yes. Ms. Dan?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. McKean?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly? Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
And Ms. Tosti Vasey?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, this is for an RFP for solicitor services. I'm looking for a motion and a second to direct staff to prepare and issue a request for proposal for solicitor services for the Borough Council.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Barb.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Joanne. Do we have some discussion on this? I will comment that this is typically done every 2 or 3 years. We put a proposal out for a solicitor for the borough. Doesn't mean we're unhappy with the service we have. We just want to make sure that we're getting the best deal that we can get. So borough staff, our interim manager, Mr. Polka, will prepare a request for proposal and get that out there. Roll call, please.
Mr. Eaton?
Yes.
Mr. Brackbill?
Yes.
Ms. Clayton? Yes. Ms. Dan?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. McKean?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly? Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
And Ms. Tosti Vasey?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks. Christmas trees will be collected by Bellefonte Borough Refuge Crew from January 2nd through January 30th. A separate truck will travel throughout the borough in the morning to collect trees. There's no additional charge for the pickup. Any questions or additional information needed, residents may call the borough office at 814-355-1501. Please note that the Borough Council will meet on Tuesday, January 20th, instead of Monday, January 19th, in observance of Martin Luther King Day. So, information only. Next item, we have public comment at this time for any items that are not on the agenda from any attendees. I don't see any public comment. So, as we've done years past, council member comments for the good of the order. I'll put you on the spot. Do you have any comments you'd like to share? Zach, welcome.
Thank you. Not today.
Joanne?
Yes, I have two items. For the next meeting, I would like to reiterate that Sam Pearson has agreed for the third time to do a short presentation in a work session on the Pennsylvania Downtown Center's electric bicycle program during the work session. And then during the regular meeting, we will need to have a motion item to vote on whether or not to hold the program that she's going to present to us. FYI, Rita, while she was on council, had got Bellefonte Area School District to agree that we can use either their gym or the playground at the current elementary school for the training for council. Staff, police, and I also believe it's for the public, but we have to verify that with Sam because I don't know how many people she can handle for the training. And the other one is, according to the December 15th minutes, the item on the Nittany office equipment quote for council tables, modesty panels, and full motion dividers for the council members was tabled. What it didn't say in the minutes whether it was a permanent tabling or just something that will be revisited later. And if it's not a permanent tabling, when will it be brought back to council?
We're going to reconsider it later.
Do we know when?
No.
Okay.
We're going to reconfigure this room a little bit and probably have the partitions. We need to lower the speakers, some other things that we're going to do to improve the acoustics of the rooms.
Okay.
What was that?
I don't know.
A little bit of the best of the 80s.
Anything else, Joanne? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Randy. Mayor.
I just want to thank Chief and the Bellefonte Police Department for their dedication and pride to the community. I know we're off to a busy start in 2026, and the ladies and gentlemen who protect our community have a lot of pride in that, so thank all of you.
Deb.
Yes, also thank the Bellefonte Police Department and all the first responders, particularly in the case of the fire the day after Christmas. That could have been really catastrophic because the houses are so close together, and it was contained to a limited area. I would like to welcome all the new council members, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'd be glad to answer anything, and please take advantage of all the training opportunities that are available to you. You will learn a lot. So.
Thanks, Deb. David?
I'll just say that staff is back from our year-end vacations, so we're appreciative of council support of our work-life balance and looking forward to serving council in the community in 2026 and beyond. And we all just wanted to welcome the new council members. Look forward to working with you all as well. Had a good orientation this afternoon, and I appreciate everybody's indulgence of my ranting about local government 101 in Pennsylvania. Hopefully there was a grain or two of useful information in there too, and thanks again.
Barbara.
Okay, again, I want to say welcome to everybody. I'm anxious to work with everybody and get to know you a little bit better. I have two other things which, Joanne, you already touched on. Actually, three. Two of them you've touched on. Sam Pearson, I'm glad we're following up on that. About the tables, the chairs, the sound system, and the reconfiguring, I would like that to be put on the agenda so we can get some information as a council. I think that should be a council decision to make any of those changes. So I would like to see that as an item on the agenda for the next time, just to start so we can discuss it. I know you may not have all the answers right then. My other one is, I'll put you on the spot just for a second, Mr. Prabalka. There was snow removal. There was an email that came out with Parkview Heights was a little bit slow having some of their snow removed. I don't know what happened with that. I meant to ask you before the meeting, and I didn't. So if you have any comment on that, I'd appreciate it.
Sure. I spoke to Randy Neff, the Assistant Street Superintendent, a little bit earlier today. We had a little bit of difficulty getting folks called in on the holiday because, it was New Year's Day. We were able to call 2 individuals in to help plow the streets. Those were newer members of our crew who are still kind of learning the routes a little bit. So we certainly appreciate everybody's patience while we got the roads cleared. It's common for the mains to be prioritized over the residential and neighborhood streets, just because for emergency responders and for the main arterial travel, those typically take priority. So with a thin crew and the way we prioritized our street clearing, along with the fact that some of the crew is still learning the plow routes a little bit, I think that accounts for why some of the streets in the neighborhood and residential subdivisions were left untreated for a little bit later than usual, but they're aware of it and will work to correct it for future winter events. Hope that answers your question. Sure.
I'd just like to say that I feel like we've been welcomed very nicely and warmly, and a lot of support from David, and looking forward to working together and making this a really good year for Bellefonte.
I'd just like to welcome the new members and say Happy New Year to everyone in the community.
I'd like to say hello to everybody. Many of you are familiar faces, so it's nice to be back on council. We ought to move the meetings up a little bit earlier in the evening, but other than that, everything's great. So it's
Thank you, John. Anything else?
that wasn't an action item, though.
Okay.
I would like that, though.
To move the time up?
Yeah.
We could. Okay.
I would support that.
I have a couple things. One is, I found that myself now being council president, I don't have, and being on the Bellefonte Authority and on the Center County Airport Authority, that my responsibilities as president are going to take up more time than I thought they might. So I am on the Nittany Valley Planning Commission. I'm on the Center County Metropolitan Organization as a coordinating committee person. So I'm going to step down from those 2 duties. So I think the Nittany Valley Planning Commission does the appointment for the coordinating committee person for the Center County MPO. So I'm asking any council member that may want to participate in the be our Nittany Valley Planning Commission representative to let me know. Our next meeting is January 15th, and it just so happens I'm supposed to be chair this year. That doesn't mean that our person would be chair, but I find that I don't have the time to do all these things. And then once you're with the Valley Planning Commission, the Planning Commission would then ask if you wanted to be appointed as the MPO representative. So if there is somebody here that would like to do that, let me know, and I would accompany you to the January 15th meeting of the Nittany Valley Planning, and introduce you at that meeting, and then let them know that I'm stepping down from the MPO as well.
So would this be one person or two different people?
It's one person.
So whoever
So
we...
the Nittany Valley planning person, member from Bellefonte Borough, would attend the Nittany Valley planning meeting, and at that meeting, so happened that I was appointed to the MPO for years as a coordinating member, committee member. You might say that you have interest in continuing in my place on the MPO, or they may decide that they want to appoint somebody else from the Nittany Valley.
Okay, so it's not, it could, so the appointment that we would be making would be just for the Nittany Valley, and the subsequent decision would be
Yes,
at the Nittany
Yes.
Valley Planning Commission for the CCMPO?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
thank
It would
you.
be nice to keep that person from Bellefonte Borough, but that's a Nittany Valley Planning Commission decision. Gina is on the technical committee, so that's helpful as well. So let me know if somebody would like to take my place. I guess we would have to put it on the agenda once we get a volunteer to approve that position. Randy, you've served on that before, Nittany Valley Planning, so. Yep. Let's see. This is really a committee report, but I've been walking a couple times through the park, and the kayak museum, there is no spouting on the roof that hangs over the brick pathway that leads to the bridge. It's solid ice. So I would like to get, I don't know how we make a recommendation to that building or that group to perhaps put a piece of spouting on there that it wouldn't drip down onto the brick walkway that creates a real hazard for people.
I think you would need to contact Joseph Griffin, who is president of BHCA.
Okay,
He would be the person that would then move it forward.
okay. Would you take, okay, thanks, David. The other thing is walking through town with the recent snowfall. I'm not sure where our nuisance code person is, but on Allegheny Street in front of the smoke shop or the vape shop and the furniture store, and that sidewalk has not been touched. So I don't want a warning. That should be issued as a fine. It's on our street where people are shopping, and I've noticed there's a lot of sidewalks that have not been cleared. So is our nuisance code person active or not? And I don't want any warnings for the downtown people. That's just not being responsible.
Yeah, I believe Mr. Eckenroth does patrols in the evening after a snow event for clearing of snow and ice on sidewalks, so we can refer it to him and make sure he follows up with appropriate enforcement.
Thank you. And I prepared a paper copy of the Borough Council committees that I'm proposing. I'll send it around the table. You can each take one. I'll also email it to you in a PDF. And then just please email me back and show me your interest. I did condense them to 3 committees. That way, there'll be 3 people on each committee. One lucky council member will be on 2 committees. So give me your preference, and I'll make the assignments. And the sooner you do that, the better, so we can put this alcohol issue out to a committee. Yes,
Could I
Claudia?
just maybe suggest, with the clearing of the streets, especially downtown, that we might want to just remind people, is there some way to just do a blanket reminder. I understand what you're saying, but to remind people that you have so many hours or,
We had
after.
there 24 hours after the last snowflake, and yes, we have reminded them many times. It's unacceptable to have our downtown 3 or 4 days, snow-covered streets. Unacceptable.
Can I ask how we remind them? I mean, what is the process?
I think it's
believe
on our...
I believe you can see it in your website, can't you?
Yeah, it is.
Is the reverse 911 ever used to send out that reminder?
We could.
I'm not sure if we've used the 911 alert, the code red text message system.
There's I don't know what it's called. It's where people opt in to say, when there's something of concern for the borough that we need to know about, you may give us a call on our phone. I get those calls periodically. Sometimes they're emergencies, sometimes they're just informational.
Joanne,
It's
is that,
called Code Red.
is that the 511? That's not the 511.
It's on our website, Joanne. We do
To opt in it is, what I'm saying is that I don't think we have actually used it for the snow issue, and we might be a good time to do it since we seem to be having snow issues this year.
They know, the residents know. This
Well,
is nothing new.
I understand that, but you have to be proactive to look at the website to find that information, and sometimes people don't do that. So if there were some additional way that we could remind people, that it might help.
Any ideas?
I will think about it.
Okay.
Doug, we haven't had that much snow. We had 1 inch, we had a 2 inch, and you don't have to do anything until it gets to be 2 inches. If it's downtown where people are trying to park their cars and they're not coming out and moving their cars, then that's on them. They need to get a shovel and shovel the thing out, unless there's somebody working, because I think we're kind of a little short-staffed here in January. And this storm, this coldness came in October. That's the first time I've seen October in the winter, and it was still not a lot of snow. I cleaned out what I could in my place, and I went to some other streets and did some more. So, if I could see it, if they're complaining, I would see it if it was 2 to 3 foot, that would be different. That's the way it's for me. That's all I've seen, because I see it when it snows. I see how big it is. It's not that much. I can either snow blow it or take a blower to it or leave it go. So, just that thought.
One person I see struggling, slipping and sliding in front of storefronts. It's unacceptable. It should be cleared, and they know it. The landlords know it.
Okay, well, I agree with you that it's not a safe situation.
Yes, Chief.
I just text Mr. Eckenroth. He did notice some issues tonight, especially on East High Street, and he says he will be addressing those tomorrow when he's back in.
This is on Allegheny Street.
Yes, and I also informed about Allegheny as well.
Thanks, Chief. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We're adjourned.